Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Look, man, the debate's over. The debate's over. Doctor Strange is better than Spider-Man's No Way Home. Period. I don't want to hear it. Don't give me nothing. So that's all I'm saying. It's better. Like I'm tired of hearing people try to talk about, well, Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that. It's like, okay, whatever. Spider-Man was great and all. What's up, Bear? What up, Still the King? Spider-Man was great, man. You know, I love Spider-Man, but this movie go harder. What's up, Jaron Gordon? This movie go harder, boy. I'm telling you, when you first get in it, they start from the beginning to the end with just that fire. Q Lee in the house. Q Lee finna come in here, y'all, and gloat. Canelo lost tonight, so he could come and have a whole page for himself to talk his joint. Big Dog is old that. He get to talk his trash. He got his day, man. You know, we was talking trash and everything, but Big Dog earned his stripes, man, to say what he got to say. But this movie was better. This movie was better than Spider-Man. I don't want to hear no more talk. I don't want to hear none of that. Man, but Spider-Man had all the Peter Parkers. I don't care about the Peter Parkers. Right, Jared Gordon, exactly. Bear, if you're going to go see it tomorrow, please get out of here because we're going to spoil the hell out this movie. If you have not seen the movie, please run away because we are going to spoil it. And if you don't like that, hey, man, I can't help you. There was paint, dog. That's when I was like, yeah, man, they on a whole nother level. They on a whole nother level. This movie, dog, both Doctor Stranges have been classic. Bear says, shake my head. Bear, like, y'all some assholes. There was paint, dog. Like, dog. That's all I'm saying. Jared Gordon said, that's all I'm saying. There was paint. That's all I gotta say. There was paint, HD. It was paint. It was paint, my G. That blew my mind. I said, there's paint. Are you serious? There was paint. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm over here laughing my ass off, man. This junk is funny. It's funny, dog. It is funny. But it is better than Spider-Man. Like the thing that I loved about it was was the darkness of it, the twistedness of it, like the craziness of it, the villain. Like as a kid, I always rooted for the villain. In DC comic books, I rooted for Deathstroke. That was my favorite guy. Marvel Universe. I used to root for what's his name? Shoot, I used to root for Magneto. I loved Magneto because Magneto made the most sense of anybody. He made the most sense of anybody. He made the most sense of everybody. Made the most sense of anybody and everybody. So I love the villain. So this movie really gives you that feel of it, that it's very dark. This is probably one of the darkest movies that has been made through Marvel. Um, this is, I mean, the movie was classic, like from the beginning to the end. There was one part I didn't like. I really didn't like that part, but hey, it is what it is. So that's something that was very intricate. So basically, this is a story that, you know, it was all about, in my opinion, Doctor Strange and his happiness. Was he happy? That was the question that was asked throughout the happy, you know. And it's always Doctor Strange character who always seems to lead to the destruction of all the multiverses. Now, if you haven't seen WandaVision or if you haven't seen What If series, you guys have to go back and actually look at it. You got to look at it because if you don't look at it, you're going to be lost. I'm just letting you guys know now, you're going to be lost, because if you watch that, you'll understand. So you'll understand what's going on. So that's something that I'm proud to see, and that was something that I'm glad that Marvel had the courage of their conviction to go down that road. It was a lot of scenes in here that was very, very well done. And it shows you, if you read the comic book, how strong this Wanda was in the comic books. Scarlet Witch, the character she was playing, is the strongest, is one of the strongest, if not strongest, Marvel characters ever created. Like, she literally can destroy universes, like destroy the time continuum. Like, she's that powerful. She's up there with the Dark Phoenix, and she's up there with Professor X alter ego, which is Onslaught. So this movie really gave its power and showed. In this movie, it's a lot of misdirection and a lot of deviousness in this movie. A lot of people basically kind of look at each other like, should I trust you? I don't know if I should trust your ass. Because I don't believe you, you know. And that's something that's very key. You learn throughout this movie, who to trust, and you also learn how Doctor Strange basically Doctor Strange basically shows you, said the other day that, hey, is that through each story that he heard of a Doctor Strange in another time, he thought about what he could do to counter that. And that's something that is beautiful to watch. You know, he showed you that I don't have to be like the other Doctor Stranges. I could be something different. You know, even special guests were in there. It was a lot of special guests in the movie. You know, the the way that he traveled through universe to universe was just amazing. Now, Professor, yep, Chrissy did say that, Cooley. But see, this is what I loved about it. In the beginning, you had the wedding scene. If y'all remember the wedding scene, you had, of course, him attending the wedding scene to see basically what was going on and everything with, you know, the woman that he loved. And he had to see the woman that he loved go down the aisle with another man. And that ate him up. And that's something that in every universe he went to, he effed it up with Christine. Like he always was effing it up with her. Like he would always put her on the back burner and he would go save the world. You know, that's just how it is. Now the beginning, we seen that how Doctor Strange, the other Doctor Strange, basically from another universe, was trying to get to the book to use it against the Scarlet Witch. So we didn't know this was the Scarlet Witch at first. We didn't know Wanda had anything to do with this. We just thought Wanda was somebody who could basically explain why this witchcraftness or the evilness that's going on. She could explain it better. You know, she could. However, Doctor Strange fell into a trap. When she basically said the name, she gave herself up, and Doctor Strange was like, hold up, I didn't even say the name. How the hell you know the name? And then she showed him the book, which I can't think of the name of it. You know what I'm saying? Now he the most overhyped and overrated. No, that's Deontay Wilder to me. Deontay Wilder's the most overrated in my opinion. Now, and Errol Spence. Errol Spence is right there with him. Now, you saw them basically go from walking in a nice world, and Wanda made the world different, and then she showed herself what she was, Scarlet Witch. The area around her was basically dead. Like she destroyed it. Life was taken. And that's what the Scarlet Witch does. And she says something very key that I don't know if everybody understood, that when you break the rules, you're seen as a hero. When I break the rules, I'm seen as the villain. Well, Q, we knew he was going to get his ass whooped. We said that this was a bad matchup for him. Me, Chris, Sino, everybody knew he was going to get his ass whooped. Like, we knew that. This was a bad matchup for him. But I know one thing, yo punk ass fighter still ain't put the contract out. And he ain't even mentioning anything about fighting or anything in September. So you need to worry about your bum ass guy instead of worrying about Canelo. So the thing is that she tricked him. So Strange, she gave Strange a warning. Look, just bring the girl to me. and I'll let you live. If you don't, I'm gonna take it. Which she could. She's that powerful. So he went back to Juan, and they basically devised a plan to protect the girl. The girl was getting nervous and scared because the Doctor Strange basically turned on her, was finna absorb her power, so because if he absorbed the power, he'll be able to defend and fight. But see, you know, she was a little girl, so she didn't know anything. So Wanda basically looked through the book to honestly see, oh, okay. So she know how to jump through universes. So Wanda been knowing about the chick, knew the chick could do this and do that. So they move on. They try to protect her. They put up a fortress. That's when Scarlet Witch, or which is Wanda, was finna take her powers. And she basically panicked. That's when she opened up a portal. Doctor Strange jumped, right, hit her, and then that's when they traveled through all the multiverses. You got to see them as a cartoon, as paint. You got to see them as everything. And then the thing crazy is there's so many multiverses, dog. It's not even funny. She has already traveled to like 73. Like, she just been through all of them. It was like, wow, this chick, she a trip. Now, the story and the pacing was great. This is how you do a movie. The reason I liked it more than Spider-Man is in this movie, they weren't afraid to push the limit of how a death should happen. How everybody was getting killed and dead, it was so ruthless. It was so vicious. It was. It was vicious. It was terrible. It was like, wow, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now that they kept moving, they're trying to find the Doctor Strange, but they find out that the Doctor Strange in their world was corrupted. So they had to kill him. So Doctor Strange was set up to drink this tea that basically knocked him unconscious and the girl, and they ended up in a laboratory. Basically, he went in forth of which we see as the Illuminati. You had Captain Marvel. You had the one dude that could whisper his voice and he could kill you. And then you had Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. You had Captain Marvel. You had Captain Britain. She's a part of the Illuminati. If you remember the What If, she became a guardian of the universes. So most likely that's how she was able to be the Illuminati. Now, the thing that happened is if you watch the What If series, the series where Doctor Strange went crazy and destroyed his world, his universe. His universe was destroyed. And now we know why his universe was destroyed. This Doctor Strange, the time that Doctor Strange from our time went there, basically was dream walking and he messed up the whole world over there. So because of him being corrupted and helped kill Thanos, they had to get rid of him. So they got rid of him. The dude whispered and just disintegrated him. So they made it look like there was nothing wrong with him, but he was corrupted. So he's not in that time no more. So now he's facing it. And we had a surprise guest come in, which was Professor X. Professor X came in, was there to try to help. But he sensed this Doctor Strange was different. Something was different about this one. This one was different. It wasn't the same as all the other Doctor Stranges. The other Doctor Stranges were very neurotic. So they would get lost in their own their own neurology. They would get lost into, and then it would mess them up because they're so obsessed. Every Doctor Strange is obsessed. They're obsessed. They're obsessed with knowing this. They're obsessed with trying to change this. They're obsessed with trying to find a way to counter this move, counter that move. How can I save? How can I do this? When they're not indulging in their happiness. And that's what drives them crazy because they're never happy. They're never satisfied. That's why when we saw the Doctor Strange in the What If series, where Christine dies in that time, he was obsessed. He got obsessed with trying to bring her back. He saved the world. He did all of these things. He became the most powerful being ever. He stopped Thanos, like all of this stuff. But it didn't matter because he was obsessed because he wasn't in control. If Doctor Strange isn't in control, it drives him nuts. It drives him crazy that he can't control anything. And that's what happened in this one. This is what they feared. Now, Scarlet Witch, she basically projected to another universe using the dark powers, and she basically took over a Wanda from that era, which had two kids, who had real two kids. In her world, she created two kids. So, with all that happening, she did anything that she could. But the thing about her is she just want to fulfill her happiness. She's tired of it. She lost the person she loved. She lost her brother. She lost her mother, her father. She's always lost somebody. So all of that turns into malice and her trying to be malicious. And she's malicious. She turns into a malicious person because she hurt. So that's what happened. So now that we see that, okay, now that we see the power that she possesses, you know, she comes to the Illuminati to come get Americus. She killed the whole Illuminati, and the way she did it was vicious. She did Mr. Fantastic, just turned him to a bunch of rubber and just destroyed him. Mr. Fantastic was like, I have kids, so I understand. So Wanda said, are the kids' mother alive? And he basically said, yeah. Well, they'll have somebody to raise them after I kill you. Wanda had the best. Wanda killed the movie. I'm sorry. Wanda was the movie. She was the whole movie. She was the best thing of the movie. So this movie was better than Spider-Man, dog. Like the villain, everything was better. Even when they did their multiverse, it was a lot better. Excuse me. Even though it wasn't on a real big scale like this one was. But Spider-Man showed us what the possibilities were, and then Multiverse of Madness just punched through that shit, and boom, you had it. You got to see the evil Doctor Strange. Basically, he turned evil from too much of the dark matter book. He destroyed his world because he used it so much, and he was traveling to different dimensions, killing off Doctor Stranges. So it was cool how we got to see Doctor Strange fighting with himself, and he beat himself because he outsmarted him. He kept thinking 100 steps ahead. That's what makes Doctor Strange different. He's always thinking ahead. That's why in the Avengers movie in Infinity Wars, he gave the time stone to Thanos because he had a plan. He knew it. And then Wanda tried to use that shit against him, and he was like, look, man, I had to do something because of war. And like she said, when you break the rules, you're celebrated. When I break the rules, I'm seen as an animal, as vicious, as evil. In somewhat way she was, you know. That's that's how it was, you know. But Wanda was astro projecting herself to what's the to the other Wanda in another world. So when she did that, you know, it was crazy. I was like, wow. And she was using her powers, you know, as well as giving her some of her powers. And it was coming to fruition where, you know, she damn near killed the person she was in using. You know, once she got America sent her to where she was at, the original was at, she had no use for her. So that Wanda went back to her world to go see make sure her kids were straight. So the movie was moving along, and then Wanda was astro projecting herself where she killed the Illuminati, killed everybody. She did Professor X dirty. Professor X got destroyed. What's up, Steptoe? It was vicious. Professor X, she came out that cloud, broke his neck. Broke his neck dirty. Professor X got did dirty. Then the one dude who whispers, like she closed his mouth up and then he peeped and boom, he blew his brains up. Killed himself. That was crazy. And then Captain Britain, she sent the shield. She sent the shield right back through Captain Britain and just chopped her in half. It was amazing. And then she just dropped a whole bunch of statue and all that on Captain Marvel. Beat Captain Marvel's ass. Captain Marvel always getting an ass whoop. Whether she black or whether she the white version, she got an ass whoop. She get an ass whoop because she's too arrogant and cocky. So that's what happens to her. So, you know. So once that happened, you know, Professor X bought some times by going through her mind, but basically the real Wanda is stuck under rocks. Like if he felt like if he could get her out, then she has the ability to stop everything. But that Wanda was coming, so what she had to do was hide because she didn't want to get killed. Because if she would have got killed, then it would have possessed her even worse. And then that Wanda came out of nowhere and just broke Professor X's neck. Just broke his neck. And then they got out of there. That's when they got the one book in Antioch, or whatever you call it. And, you know, so that was great. And then we got to see the final battle where Doctor Strange was sent to him and Christine from that era was sent to a whole nother place. And he had to astro project himself to a dead body, Doctor Strange. And Juan was like, "Listen, I don't want to know what you did. Just do it, man." Juan was like, "Look, I know you broke the rules again, like you always do." So that's when, you know, he was able, you know, like Juan was telling him, "Look, man, we got to absorb her power. So you know how to control it." And he went over there and she was willing to give her powers up. But Doctor Strange said, "No, I don't want you. I want you to believe in yourself." And when she believed in herself, oh boy, she became who she was. That's all she needed, was a person who cared about her, who gave her respect and wanted her to succeed. That's what this Doctor Strange in our universe is great at. He knows how to step outside of his arrogance and actually give some wisdom to people to push them to be better. And that's what made her better. When she showed Wanda the kids, when she showed Scarlet Witch the kids, and the kids were terrified of her, and they saw what she did to their mother, they scared her. And that's when she destroyed all those evil books and all the universes, and she sacrificed herself. I love the ending. Then we got to see Then we got to see him and Christine because Christine had to go back to her universe. He had to go back to his before they cause an inertia or insurgent or whatever you call it. Because what happened is if you're in this universe too long and you're not from there and you're in another universe, you're not from there, universes will collide, meaning one will dominate the other or they both will cease to exist, which is crazy. That is science at its finest, and I loved it. So when she showed the kids, that's when Scarlet Witch saw she became a monster. And that's when she took back control of her body because she was obsessed. She was obsessed. Her and Doctor Strange are basically the same character almost, except she is more villainized than he is. She has control. Like when she really taps into a power, she's able to destroy things. So it was smart that Doctor Strange did what he did. Now we saw the death. We saw the land of the dead. They were trying to bring Doctor Strange there, and he fought them all. Christina basically gave him words of wisdom, gave him the wisdom, and then boom, he just became powerful. You dig? That's what happens. Became powerful. So yeah. And Doctor Strange asked Juan, yo, are you happy? Oh, that's an interesting question. Juan always has the best comebacks. He always has the best comebacks. Always, man. It was crazy. You know, I'm sorry. Shoot, me too, man. Fantastic Four and X-Men. I can't wait for that either, Henry. I think that's gonna be awesome. I think that's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for it. I'm glad they got it. We got a preview of Mr. Fantastic. We got a preview of everybody, man. That's what's up. That's the thing I love about it, man. I'm just glad this movie, man, was a success because Marvel has been kind of lukewarm this past year. Shang-Chi was okay. Everybody loves Shang-Chi. I didn't like Shang-Chi. I thought Shang-Chi was overrated. Um, you know. But that's how people are, man. People think you hate, and it's like you're not hating. It's just that you expect something better, much better, and then it just doesn't show. It's like, wow, it's crazy. I can't wait for that either. But yeah, I give this movie a 4 stars out of 4. Um, I think it's better than No Way Home because of the extra stuff they were doing. The scenes where Scarlet Witch was killing everybody and she was showing her true power was amazing. That showed you how strong of a character she was. But No Way Home was great because you got to see the other Spider-Mans come in, and then he had to make a deal where everybody forget and stuff. You know, the ending basically, the ending of No Way Home is sort of similar to Doctor Strange because they're both very sad and it shows them being lonely. They got all this power that they can control, but they're still alone at the end of the day. It's sad. That's like the sad part about it. Because in another universe, how Doctor Strange and Christina didn't work out, Peter Parker and Mary Jane didn't work out, which is sort of similar. You know, sort of similar, guys, sort of similar. Hold on, I gotta mute this real quick, y'all. Man, Fabulous got a new track called No Bobby V. Yeah, man, they need to come with the Blade. I don't. When does the Blade come out? Hold on, I forgot when Blade was. Man, it don't come out until next year, man, 2023. They need to come with Blade. So yeah. Yep. I think I got some Marvel news. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Yep. So yeah. Thank you guys, man, for coming by. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all love what y'all hear, hit that description box. Hit the link, man. That'll take you to the that'll take you to my Cash App. You can also do it on the comment section. Hit up the Cash App and everything. You can give whatever you desire. We also have super thanks and we also have super chats. You guys can hit that too. So, thank y'all for listening, man. And we are out. Deezy.